G'day mates, Chris Hemsworth here, and today we're diving headfirst into the incredible, sometimes baffling, but always fascinating culture of Vietnam. This is a place where what's perfectly normal for the locals might just make your jaw drop, or even be a bit on the illegal side back where you come from. Vietnam is a masterclass in cultural diversity. We're going to explore customs and daily occurrences that highlight this beautifully. Think of it as an adventure for your mind, a chance to peek behind the curtain of a culture that's rich, complex, and full of surprises. It's not about judging, it's about understanding and appreciating the different ways people live. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey through some absolute crackers. We'll look at things that might seem strange at first glance but are woven into the very fabric of Vietnamese identity. It's going to be an eye-opener, and hopefully a lot of fun. Let's get into it. 11. When you step off that plane into Vietnam, it's like your senses get a supercharge. What we're diving into today are those moments where you see something and think, wow, that's different. Vietnam is packed with these moments, little cultural quirks and traditions that have been around for centuries. This incredible nation, with its stunning landscapes, has a history that's as deep and complex as any ancient saga. These aren't just random oddities. They're reflections of values, history, and the collective spirit of the Vietnamese people. It's a chance to learn, to grow, and to see the world through a fresh pair of eyes. So as we journey through some of these fascinating aspects of life in Vietnam, try to keep an open mind. Let's explore some of these gems. Let's talk about love motels, or Unpacking. These places in Vietnam aren't quite what you might picture based on Western portrayals. In Vietnam, it's common for multiple generations to live together under one roof. This beautiful tradition fosters strong family bonds, but means privacy can be scarce. Love motels provide a discreet, accessible space for couples to find that privacy. It's not always about secret affairs. Often it's about young couples dating or married partners seeking intimacy. In a culture that can be quite conservative publicly, these establishments offer a private outlet. It's a cultural nuance that highlights how different societies navigate universal human needs. Love motels, or Unpacking, reflect Vietnam's cultural balancing act. Traditional values emphasize family and propriety, while modern life brings a need for privacy. These motels offer a behind-closed-doors solution, allowing societal norms to be maintained while accommodating modern desires. This phenomenon sparks debate within Vietnamese society about the erosion of traditional moral boundaries. They highlight the tensions and adaptations occurring as a historically conservative society grapples with globalization and urbanization. It's a complex issue reflecting a society in transition. At the heart of Vietnamese culture are traditional family values. Privacy wasn't always a priority, but younger generations are influenced by global ideas about personal freedom. They see lifestyles where young adults have their own apartments and value personal space. This creates a push against traditional ways, with young people desiring more room for themselves. It's a sign of a society evolving, where young people honor the past while embracing new possibilities. Vietnam today is a place of incredible energy, rapidly adapting and transforming. This isn't just about economic development. It's about a cultural evolution reshaping how people live and connect. More young Vietnamese are pursuing higher education and careers, delaying marriage to focus on personal goals. Amidst this change, there's a conscious effort to preserve tradition. This blend of independence and tradition gives modern Vietnam its vibrant, unique character. It's a society that innovates and adapts while holding its heritage dear. Public drinking is a deeply ingrained part of social life in Vietnam. People gather on sidewalks, sharing beers and good times, especially during celebrations. This communal approach to drinking is a cherished social ritual. Contrast this with many Western countries where public drinking is restricted. In Vietnam, sharing a drink in public is a way to bond and participate in community life. Officially, Vietnam has a legal drinking age of 18. However, enforcement can be lax, especially in informal settings. This widespread availability contributes to underage drinking. It raises public health concerns as early alcohol initiation can lead to long-term health problems. Addressing this requires a broader community conversation about alcohol norms and youth welfare. Drunk driving is alarmingly common in Vietnam despite laws against it. Social culture around drinking often leads to impaired drivers on the roads. The danger this poses is immense, with a high risk of accidents and fatalities. Enforcement of drink driving laws can be inconsistent. A real shift requires stricter laws and a change in social attitudes. It's a critical area where cultural habits clash with the need for public safety. 7. Alcohol consumption sometimes makes its way into educational environments. This signals a concerning level of societal tolerance for underage drinking. It reflects a lack of awareness among youth about the consequences of alcohol use. Alcohol in schools is a red flag, indicating a larger societal challenge. Addressing this requires a community effort to foster a healthier environment. Sharing a drink is a cornerstone of social bonding in Vietnam. The phrase Mot Hai Ba Đi Zo is a call to collective enjoyment. This strong emphasis on communal drinking can create social pressure. Refusing a drink can be tricky, as it might be seen as unfriendly. It highlights how a positive social custom can create pressure for those outside its norm. Despite new regulations to curb public drinking, the street-side drinking culture remains resilient. This persistence showcases a disconnect between formal regulation and cultural habits. Sharing a drink in public is an integral part of life in Vietnam. Enforcing a ban on such a widespread practice is challenging. It's an example of how legal frameworks struggle against cultural inertia. For many Vietnamese, gathering for a drink on the pavement is about community and connection. These informal gatherings are where neighbors catch up and friends share stories. The act of sharing a drink is symbolic of camaraderie. Legal enforcement can feel out of touch with the positive values people associate with it. Addressing this requires understanding the social needs these gatherings fulfill. For many foreigners, the street drinking culture in Vietnam can be a source of culture shock. However, as they spend more time in the country, their perspective often shifts. They witness the genuine camaraderie and unpretentious atmosphere of these gatherings. It's an opportunity to experience the culture in a direct and personal way. Many come to appreciate the relaxed, communal vibe of street-side drinking. The sidewalk drinking culture in Vietnam is about more than just booze. It's a sensory experience, with local snacks complementing the drinks. This affordability fosters an inclusive social environment. People from all walks of life share a drink and a laugh, creating a sense of community. It's an expression of Vietnam's collective spirit and the joy found in simple, shared experiences. Vietnam is a place where ancient traditions meet modern life. This blend of old and new gives Vietnam its unique pulse. These cultural contrasts are part of the intricate dance of Vietnamese culture. What might seem weird to outsiders often turns out to be profound. It's in these differences that we find the true richness of our world. Well, there you have it, legends. A little taste of the wonderfully complex world of Vietnam. From family dynamics to street celebrations, it's clear that what's considered normal is all about perspective. Exploring these differences is what makes travel and learning about other cultures so rewarding. It challenges our assumptions and broadens our understanding. If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this video with your mates. Your support helps us bring more of these stories to you. The world is a massive, amazing place, full of diverse peoples and incredible traditions. Keep that adventurous spirit alive. Keep asking questions, and keep connecting with the world around you. Thanks for joining me, Chris Hemsworth, on behalf of D20 for this cultural deep dive. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.